Hello everyone, Chaos Giga here, and today's episode we are going to get started on building the super smelter along with the bamboo farm that's going to feed it. Before we do that though, I want to point out some things I've done off of the episode videos. I enclosed the carrot farm with a bunch of sea lanterns and glass, just normal glass, just because I got tired of random crap spawning in the center of the field. And not only that, this is going to increase the growth rate, I believe, of the carrot farm even more. So I'm going to test that out and see, but I'm pretty sure it will because it'll have light sources on it all throughout the night whenever it's dark out. So it should definitely help with the growth rate, because that's supposed to be how it works, right? I also had to go and break down and go ahead and build the tree farm, so I knocked down this wall that I had back here behind the factory just because it was making it feel really cramped in here. And I expanded it out further. So I took it all down and then just replaced all the blocks. As you can see, I've almost got my pickaxe fully healed again. Moved the corner tower to down there. I might actually even change that location of that tower again. I don't know really. And probably have another one on this side, but the mansion's close enough to the wall or the outskirts that it could be the other tower, especially with the roof whenever it gets done. But basically, this is the tree farm. Let me put my elytra back on. Let me just fly down here. So, 4x8 section in the middle here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's where I'll grow all the saplings, and the reason why I did this is because we can have 1 big tree, 2 big tree, 3 big tree, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 big trees at a time. Normally on this one right here I would build the tower like the guy suggests, but I feel like with my elytra I can actually fly up to the top no problem. So, especially when I get down the mansion. I think the mansion's going to be tall enough that I can just fly off the top of it and get on the trees. If not, then I will worry about building a water tower, or a water elevator, if you will, that takes me up there. But right now, I'm basically just completely out of wood. So, yeah. We got the chest to gather the things from the minecart with a bunch of hoppers lined up on this side, underneath the tracks. This is where I put my saplings, the bone meal, and I got extra axes in here in case people want to borrow the wood farm when they come through my town or my city. Here's the minecart. Basically, you just flip this switch that turns it on, sends off the minecart. It goes all the way around this whole thing by itself. But I mean, it's got the last of my hoppers actually, and the last of my tracks, all down this side here. So, and it's basically took most of my redstone and most of my tracks, minecart tracks, and all that stuff to build this. So I'm definitely in dire need of wood because we're going to need a lot of hoppers and a lot of chests for this super smelter coming up. And not just that, but the bamboo farm as well. So I'm going to have to also make a lot more sticks. And I think I might have to go farm some more gold just so I can make more power rails. I'm not going to worry about that part of the bamboo farm. First, I'm going to worry about the super smelter portion with all the furnaces. I got to build all the furnaces, but with that system I need a lot of hoppers. So I'm going to get started on farming a whole crap ton of trees, and then I'm going to turn those into chests and start getting the hoppers made. And then I'll also make the furnaces. I think I'm going to do a 12 furnace system because I want the bamboo farm to be 12 wide. And then see, 12 wide, and I'll figure out the length, but it shouldn't have to be too long because bamboo grows so fast, it's ridiculous. After farming the first time at the tree farm, I made 10 stacks of 64 plus 4, so 644 wood blocks is what I got out of that. So I made 2 stacks of chest, which is basically only using 4 stacks, I think. Yeah, 4 stacks. Now we're going to work on making the hoppers. So let's just make a full stack of 64 for the hoppers right now. I think that'll work. Just get us started. we'll go back up to the roof. Alright, so we're starting the layout here now for the super smelter portion. Basically, I'm laying the furnaces down first. And the only reason why I have this extra layer of stone here is just so I can hop up on top of them. Then we're going to have hoppers leading down into these, and then across. So I'll have to build up another stack over here to get those hoppers to come across, and then I'll have to start the locking mechanism to ensure all these furnaces only smelt the same amount of objects. Otherwise, it'll just be one furnace working most of the time and spending all the bamboo, and we don't want that. Before we do the hoppers on top of the furnaces, I want to do the hoppers on the bottom. That will take the smelted product out and basically just have them feeding straight into a chest on the end, and that's where it'll drop off all the final product of the smelting. It's only going to have to be a double chest because I'm only going to have a double chest leading in to fill this thing, so I can only do a double chest worth of stuff at a time, which basically I won't be able to fill that chest up anyway with my own inventory slots as it is anyway, so because that's double what I hold, or I can hold. To do this other portion, I'm basically just going to jump up, holding shift, jump up, click down. And then I can just start doing the rest of them as I'm walking along the top of the furnaces. And then for the last portion, I'll have to put a block right here. Build that block up and face the block as I walk backwards, placing hoppers into one another. I'm also going to go ahead and place the hoppers into the back of the furnaces that are going to feed them. There's no point not to, because it's going to be coming straight from the bamboo farm behind this. This way we can get a good idea of how many hoppers we're going to need, which is probably a lot more. But I've got plenty of wood now, and the iron farm has got a lot of iron waiting for me to use, so this is just the beginning setup so far. It'll also make it easier to get up here, I think. Do this portion of it. Alright, so this is basically going to follow the same setup as the item sorter. Basically. I'm going to mount the block there. I'm going to have to build one up here. So it's got that little circular section going on it. Two blocks there. This is where we need the comparator at. Looking into there like that. Once you get the comparator, I hold shift and then just place another block on top of it like that. Makes it a little bit easier. We're going to need a lot more redstone too, so that's why I brought these little blocks with me. I think we can put the hoppers up and the chests up for now. So let's do that. Just gonna need a lot more redstone anyway. Also gonna need our repeaters. The first repeater is actually gonna go right here in this slot here, running into this block. By the way, this is Il Mango's design that I'm using right now. So redstone dust. I actually forgot my half slabs. I'm gonna need some half slabs too. Okay, got my slabs. Now we're just gonna place a block right there and a top slab right here. And we'll just have to place redstone into that like so. Then we have another block. There's actually several blocks here. And then right here, repeater, and we have it down to 3 ticks. this again with the block there, top slab, and of course I'll have 2 more hoppers, but one of them doesn't have to be locked, so we'll worry about that after I get that far. Okay, so this is it right here. It's completely done, as far as I can tell. The only difference between this one and El Mango's is the fact that he uses droppers to show this. I'm using furnaces, obviously, so hopefully this is done correctly, because I don't want it to lock the furnaces to where they don't drop their product. It should just lock them to where they only hold 1 item, and then they all like smelt at the same time 1 item. But anyway, this is how I've got it set up for now. We're going to start working on the bamboo farm, which will probably take forever, so wish me luck. First part of this is going to require placing a lot of chests, so they're going to be alternating, basically. The plan is to have each separate minecart feed its respective furnace, because they're all going to have the same amount of bamboo in a line. So the harvests will probably be different, but the difference will be minute. Now the fun part begins. I have to build myself all the way back up there. So now I'll have a hopper going into each one of these hoppers, and this is where the minecarts will sit. The hopper minecarts will sit and dump the bamboo straight down into these chest systems. So there's 3 chests. Are zigzagged across each other. I'm just going to drop down here because I built a stairwell up there, because I'm probably going to have to come back down and get minecarts anyway later. So as you can see, it will enter down through that hopper, go into this chest, go into this hopper, this chest, this hopper, this chest, and this hopper, and then feeds right into the furnace. I've already tested it, it works, so we're good so far. Now I just need to, like I said, build a stairway up there and start laying down the foundation for the track. Which unfortunately, that's the first one. I'm gonna have to take all this back down again. Well, I moved my stair step back. Now we got it going forward here. This is actually where the minecarts are going to sit at. We'll put a power track right here on each one of these hoppers, and we'll have redstone sitting up on each one of these blocks. There's 12 blocks here, 12 rows of minecarts, if you will. Bamboo doesn't need water, so that's the thing that we're going to do differently now. We're just going to do a mumbo jumbo build where he has this bamboo farm hooked straight up to the super smelter back here, and there's no water in that build at all for the bamboo, and it seemed to work pretty well. So I'm going to see how far I can go with it, but I don't want to make it too large because bamboo grows really fast, so there's really no point in making a huge farm of it. So the platform for all the tracks is laid out. It's going to be, well, let's put it this way. I'm going to have 23 plants per line of bamboo, so that's about the average growth height, or for the observer, where the observer is going to be sitting is on the 10th block height for the bamboo, because bamboo's tallest height is 12 to 16, I believe. I mean, it can grow to 24, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So figure that it's about 230 bamboo per line per harvest. So I think that's going to be good enough. It doesn't have to be huge, and besides, I don't really have that many power rails, so I got to be careful. But I'm going to go ahead and get this track laid out, and then we'll start laying the dirt down on top of it. Got the mine carts all in, and track's all done, obviously, because I got all the dirt laid. Well, almost all of it. I got to go to the end and finish. I just had to go down and get some more. Had to change where my stairs are going to be at. I'm going to try something different with launching this flying machine. Well, not launching the flying machine, but launching the mine carts. I'm going to try to use a piston setup with a vertical signal, if you will. It's going to be sent from both sides, so the minecart should be getting sent 3 times, just like I have with the sugarcane setup and the other farms that we've made like this. So basically I'm going to go ahead and finish this dirt real quick and then get started on the flying machine and started on that signal setup. Alright, the flying machine is done. I'm starting on the enclosure for the bamboo. And once I've got that finished, because I'm about to go get some more glass, I'm just about out. All I got is this tin I've got on me, and then once it's gone, it's gone. And then, well, I tested the flying machine with a redstone block to set off the pistons. I'll have to set up the circuitry after I get done with the wall, because then I'll know exactly where I can put it in at. Because obviously I need to know the height for... I need to go up at least 10 blocks high for the signal to set off the flying machine. So, still lots of work to do yet. Finally finished the outer perimeter with glass and got all the wiring done. So now we're going to, well, first I'm going to eat some food. And I've already taken all the extra stuff back down stairs. As you can see, I made sure to alternate some lights in there at the bottom to make sure nothing spawns in where those minecarts are at, because that would be bad. Oh my goodness. There we go. And now we can just AFK and wait and see how much bamboo we can get overnight to fill this entire thing up. By the way, I'm loving this vertical send-off system for the minecarts. It works very, very well. A lot better than the one I have set up on the sugarcane farm and ones we made previous. I've set that observer over there to send the flying machine whenever the bamboo in front of it grows to 10 high. The glass is 17 high, which is 1 over the supposed maximum height of the bamboo. So if it actually grows higher than the maximum, we can still possibly get extra, because I'm not going to cap this off. I am gonna build the roof over this for the mansion. When I get that far, I will probably put more lights in. Just depends on if I see a difference in how much bamboo is output from in here. I don't think it's going to affect it very much, but we will see. So like I've said, I'm going to go AFK for a while, and we'll come back and we'll see exactly how much bamboo we got. I've already tested this, it all works. Flying machine works perfectly. The minecarts get sent off 3 times with this, so... Man, I need to learn how to fly. So I'll come back after I've AFK'd for a while, and obviously I'll have a spot probably up here to AFK at eventually, but we'll have to worry about that after we get this all enclosed inside here. Alright, so we're back from letting this AFK for almost 8 hours last night. And let's see how much we got in here. So quite a bit actually on the bottom chest. And that's what we want. We want a lot to be available to smelt. Obviously I sold a whole bunch of melons and pumpkins. I don't know if you all could see that, but I got a whole bunch of emeralds in my inventory. That's from AFKing. So yeah, we actually almost got the same amount if for each line, maybe here or there. 1 row of stacks less, or 1 row and a stack, 1 row and a half of stacks less. So that's not bad. It did not take very long at all for the bamboo to start growing either. Once I planted it, I walked away after I stopped recording to the AFK spot, and it already went off 1 time. So it's pretty redonkulous at how quickly it goes off. So let's go ahead and try this. All furnaces are firing. So it's making sure they're going to have the same amount of the same item in them. Which just helps it be more efficient, I guess. I don't know. I just liked the thought of having this kind of a setup. I could just throw my items in this chest here, and it'll make sure that all my furnaces are using the same amount of fuel. So that's going to be it, guys. Basically, the rest of this floor is going to be the next episode. The skeleton of it, and then the roof. I gotta go buy a bunch of the prismarine for my brother. He's got his shop open, so I think we'll start the episode at my brother's shop, just to show you guys what he's built for his shop, because that was the first thing he did, was build his shop, and now he's working on his base. So because he had the Guardian farm, he built the Guardian farm first off, just because he knew he was gonna make a lot of money out of me from that. I don't know about you guys, but I hate building Guardian farms. I don't know what else I'll put on this floor, but I've got plenty of space to add things if I need to. Add more storage and all that. I'm thinking for the roof, maybe just some cross beams running across in here, and then more things like this. So maybe 2 or 3 of these on the side, but they'll be a little bit bigger, or so probably just 2, and they'll be a little bit bigger. I might even change that one yet, so I haven't really decided. I think I'll go ahead and roof that first, because that needs to be done, and then we'll figure out the rest of the roof after that. But anyway, that's basically it. Bamboo farm and the super smelter are done. All this iron I get from all these ores from underground is going to be sold, so I can get some more emeralds and buy some more bricks, because I'm going to need a lot of bricks. This floor is not going to have as big of windows as the other 2 floors. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out.